Good morning. My name is Tom. I come to you from Northern Maine. Life in general, I guess. I've got another pot of beans in the I guess in the wood stove. They're not. Summertime now. I got another pot of beans that just came out of the oven. And I kind of been thinking this week, what was the video going to be about this week? You know, I don't really want to do rant videos, all that. I mean, I know you guys like them, and they do really well. I pick up lots of subscribers on rant videos. I pick up lots of runtime, as well as a few commercials in there. So, what I want to talk about is the high cost of groceries, and the high cost of about anything. I've been doing a pot of beans now once a week for the last 3 months. And that'll carry me the week. You know, I usually do them Saturday night or Sunday night, whatever. Then I put them in, get them cooked off a big pot. And then I put them in the refrigerator. I have washed out pickle jars. They're probably about a quart a piece, the pickle jars. I got them all washed out. So even the container I'm storing them in is free. It would either end up in the landfill or get washed out and reused. I would say it's about a quart. So when I'm done making the big pot of beans, I have about 3 quarts of cooked beans, New England baked beans, that are in my refrigerator in those pickle jars. I'm saying all that to say this. That's a very cheap way to eat. And that keeps your costs down. We talk about the high cost of groceries. You know, if it's man-made, you know, if you don't have to peel it or you don't have to cook it, and I'm saying it's a packaged meal that you buy at the grocery store. I don't care if it's a can of canned corn or a can of canned carrots or any of that stuff. It is expensive. And the same thing with these beans that I make. Those are very expensive if you was to go buy them at the grocery store. So how do you combat that? Well, you learn how to do it yourself. That's called a cooking skill. And when I was growing up, that was, you know, we all learned to cook. It wasn't just a woman thing. Yes, the women did cook more than the men, but we looked over their shoulders and we learned a lot. Learn not only that, you learn what things are supposed to taste like too. So for me to make a big pot of beans, and these beans are like I said, when it's all cooked off, I have 3 quarts at least, probably closer to a gallon, and I cook them with a ham hock. You can't get a better tasting bean, and the whole thing probably cost a little over $10. I know the ham hocks is the most expensive thing that I put in, and those are run about $8 for the ham hock that I buy. It's a smoked ham hock, and I get it right at Walmart. Nothing fancy, very easy to get. And then I buy 2 pounds of this, for the last couple months, been kidney beans, because I love kidney beans anyways. So I'm making a gallon of New England baked beans for let's give it $12. For under $12. Me personally, that'll be my meal for the next 7 days. The last batch I made was last Saturday. This week is this week's batch. And it's not just that. The same thing with other foods that you can buy. But if you stop buying the foods that cost a lot, just plain stop buying them, the old rule of supply and demand will kick back in. You know, it's just like firearms. Everybody wants one particular firearm. Well, the price goes up. Same thing with ammunition. You know, you want one kind of ammunition and everybody's going to buy it. Well, the price goes up. Food's no different. But there's 2 tools in my kitchen that I use every night, other than when we're eating these beans. It's a paring knife and a peeler. if you buy potatoes and carrots and onions and stuff that you need to peel and cook, that's a dirt cheap way of cooking. That's some of the things I've been thinking about in what I was going to do this week for a video. And the other thing is, we call them one-pot meals at the cabin. One-pot meals. If you're putting it in a pot, that's going to be a cheap way to feed an entire family. An entire family, especially when you're talking carrots and onions and potatoes. You can buy yourself, and I know I've done lots of videos on this. There's nothing new to this video at all. But I thought with everything that's going on and everybody blaming the high food prices on everybody but themselves, I say it's you is the problem with the high food prices. Because you continually purchase the high food prices. You know, if they're going to sell you a can of cream corn for $5 and you pay it, well, what do you think's going to happen? They're going to keep charging $5 for that can of cream corn. And same thing with other foods that are in the grocery store. You know, supply and demand, supply and demand. If you stop buying it, the price will come down because they don't have any customers. You know, that's just simple common sense. And there's lots of food that you can purchase, especially in the summertime. As far as I'm concerned, you got no business being at the grocery store. As soon as harvest season gets in this state, there is a farm stand on just about every corner that you can buy your cucumbers, your tomatoes, and you know, you're helping out a local farmer, a local grower. You're eating fresh fruits, fresh vegetables. There's just no reason to pay the high prices at the grocery store. And like I know I've done videos on this in the past. But stop giving them your hard-earned money. And eventually they're going to have to drop the prices. Now I know that's probably not going to happen. Because somewhere in the last 50 years, we've thrown out so much common sense when it comes to the way that we eat and the way that we cook, that most people, it's probably the same skills as like what it takes to build a house or build a barn. We're throwing them skills away. We're throwing away old skills from 100 years ago. You know, survival skills and how to take care of yourself. And we're throwing that knowledge away faster. What I mean by throwing it away is the old people are dying off. The ones that know the knowledge are dying off. And so that you come down to a group of people that the only thing that they know how to do is purchase their groceries from the grocery store. When that is, especially in this state, there's lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of ways to get groceries in your freezer. You take like these, let's get away from the beans. Let's get into the 200 pounds of rice that's been sitting in my house since Obama took office. I forget what year he was in office, but I bought 200 pounds of rice when he became president, because I knew the crap was going to hit the fan. Everybody says they're waiting for the crap to hit the fan. It's been hitting us. It's been hitting us since Obama, as far as I'm concerned. But this is not a rant video. My point here is I'm eating rice right now at whatever year he was in office. Was it 2008 he came in? I'd have to look on the bag. Everything's got a label on it. So every time I eat rice with a lot of things, not just plain rice, but it's a staple. And at 2008 prices, it's a dirt cheap staple that I was able to put in my shelves in there. And that's just one item of many. In my pantry, there's cans and cans and cans of fresh salmon, cans and cans and cans of fresh lake trout that's been all canned up, East Grand style. You know, I catch a fish, I don't just drop it in the freezer. Some get in the freezer, some get put in canning jars. In canning jars, they last longer. Same thing, you guys watch my videos in the wintertime. We're still eating bass and yellow perch that we put in the freezer last winter with the boys out ice fishing. Cheap food, cheap food. Not only does it give us the entertainment of going ice fishing for the day, dog down there digging a big old massive hole. She's found some soft dirt, and she says, I'm kind of liking that. And she can dig all she wants because her nails are sharp, and I've already cut them. But anyways, that's my thoughts. I'm not trying to create a rant video here. I'm trying to spread some knowledge again. I know I have sprinkled this knowledge out there from the beginning I started this channel. Get yourself a pressure canner. Get yourself a pressure cooker. Do a one-pot meal. If your groceries, you can't afford them, and you need to cut back on some cash, peel it. If you don't have to peel it, or if you don't have to cook it, it's too much money. Period. The same thing with going out to eat. I can't even tell you the last time I went out to a restaurant out to eat. I'm not paying those prices. I got other things I'd like to spend my money on. I want to spend my money on gunpowder, lead, bullets, ammunition, more rifles, gasoline for the snowmobile, gasoline for the six-wheeler. Last year was putting a roof on the cabin up there. Save your money and put into stuff like that. Something like roof's going to be around for the next 30 years. If I took that money and bought $1,000 worth of canned goods, most of them would probably go to waste, if not get plain thrown out after a while, from the way I see people and the way they rotate their stock in their pantry. There's just other ways to save money at the grocery store than just keep giving the grocery store what they want. You know? Lakes, I know, and I always catch heck with these things because everybody gives me the dickens, but hey, you do with that knowledge what you want to do. I'm going to do with it what I want to do, but I know what I can do with a handful of rice and a one-pot meal. I know what I can do with that rice, my shotgun, my 22. I know what kind of a meal I can put together with just very few items. Spices and stuff like that are more important to me than going to the grocery store and buying the fanciest thing that they've got in there, because that doesn't mean anything to me. When I can eat a pot of beans like what's cooking in that house right now, and I can have that for supper and take my first spoonful and say, oh my goodness, is that good? That's a lot more than I can say for a can of baked beans out of the grocery store, because you give me a can of beans out of the grocery store and the first thing I have to do is doctor it up so that I can even eat it. That's how bad they taste in comparison to the real deal. So anyways, happy Father's Day, you guys. Happy Father's Day. I hope some of this stuff will help you in your grocery bills, and I'm really hoping I can push you over the edge and get you to stop paying the high prices for some of that stuff so that the prices will drop. Supply and demand, supply and demand. Alrighty, well, I'm going to go get a cup of coffee. I'm going to get this uploaded. I'm going to take this dirty dog in, give it to my wife, and she's going to say, how come that beagle is all dirty? So, but that's Ruby. You guys will get to see Ruby up at the cabin, like I said. And I will see you next week.